Aloha. Hi, Dick.
Hello.
Why do you choose Nikhilananda for District 13 State House of Representatives seat?
Well, I've known Nick for a long time. Many years ago, he came to my office at the college where I was teaching, and we had a nice discussion. He wanted to teach some political science there, and we didn't have an opening at that time. But he took his political interests out into the community, and for the past 25 years or so, he's been very active in the haiku community and the East Maui community, pushing certain issues, and I've respected the way he's kept at it. It's not always easy when some of the things you try to get done don't get accomplished. The theme I would put together for him is that he's been very much interested in making sure that the average resident, really from the grassroots, gets represented in our government. An example of that is that right now we elect people for our county council, county-wide, and he's pushed very hard in a number of forums and a number of meetings for district elections where people in their own community would elect their leaders, people they know, rather than somebody from far away. And it's a bit of a problem in this particular race here because this is a district made up of Lanai, Molokai, and East Maui, and Haiku and Paia, and people who will be voting in this race don't always know the people on the other islands. So I'm hoping to familiarize them with his background and the fact that I think he has a genuine concern for their interests, and I think he's a good listener, will be very much interested in what they would like to see. So if somebody on Lanai or Molokai or on Hana feels that they have a concern that they would want represented at the state, Nick would be a very good person to have in the State House to respond to their needs and to really push for legislation that would benefit them. I think he's been interested in water issues. He's been interested in conservation, environmental issues over the years. And at the legislature, we don't have a lot of people who are really pushing those items on the agenda. And I think he would not only develop legislation, but lobby hard for it, be willing to try to make sure that the public gets out there and testifies so that good legislation will get done to protect our environment, protect Molokai, Lanai, Hana, Haiku, the various areas of the district, because there's a lot of changes taking place. As we all know, there's almost a tsunami of residents moving here from elsewhere who want to change the area, develop it, put in housing, put in programs, and we need to protect what we have here, the beauty of what we have here, the natural resources that we have here, the coastline that we have, the fishing that people would like to be able to do here, and to preserve this kind of an environment. And I think he would be very able to bring back money to this district. The present legislator we have in that seat right now, the incumbent, was just recently appointed and has relatively little seniority, and I think he would be on a par with essentially her seniority at this time, and that would not be a major thing, as it would be a difference between an incumbent elsewhere and a newcomer trying to get into office. So I hope people will take a serious look at Nikhilananda, who is a good citizen of Haiku and somebody who I think deserves your consideration and your vote.